This video will familiarize you with quick Ceph ledgers. We'll start from a patient record and then select ledgers from the sidebar. At the top of the screen, you will see a list of ledgers associated with this patient. There will be a ledger for each guarantor as well as a ledger for any insurance companies that are providing coverage. We know that the contract amount for the entire treatment on this patient is $6,880. When we create and posted the contract, the system automatically populated the ledgers with all the necessary information, which is generally treatment fee, initial charge, and any applicable discounts. The insurance company is responsible for $1,200 of the total contract fee, and the guarantor is responsible for the remaining amount, $5,680. We have charged the insurance company the full amount they are responsible for, $1,200, and that amount shows here in the total charges column. We have only charged the guarantor the amount of their down payment, which is $500, so that shows up in the total charges column as well. No payments have been made by either the insurance company or the guarantor, so the total payments column is empty. As payments are made, the number in this column will increase. The balance column shows the balance due from each responsible party. This is not the balance due on the entire contract fee, only the balance of the amount that has been charged. The current due column displays the amount due today, and the past due columns will show you any past due charges. In most cases, you will not need to manually add ledgers. Recording a contract will add the applicable guarantor ledgers, and creating and submitting an insurance claim will add the insurance ledger. If you do need to add a ledger manually, you can do so by clicking the New button at the bottom of the ledger list. Click once on the button and then choose whether you're adding a ledger for an insurance company or for a guarantor. I have chosen Guarantor to display a list of all other guarantors associated with this account. Click once to highlight the name, and then click the Create button. A new ledger is now in our list. If you have accidentally created a new ledger, you can delete it as long as it is empty. Once there is information in the ledger, it cannot be deleted. It can only be deactivated. All deactivated ledgers are maintained for reference and also for fraud protection. You deactivate a ledger by clicking on it once to select it, and then clicking the Deactivate Ledger button. Deactivated ledgers will still appear in your list of ledgers unless the Show Active Ledgers Only checkbox is checked. A ledger can be reactivated by clicking it once to select it, then clicking the Activate Ledger button. Notes and billing remarks can also be added here, and you can create an ad hoc billing statement. Ad hoc billing statements are created on the fly and can be printed immediately instead of waiting for the automatically generated monthly statement. There are also options for emailing and printing the ledgers, and your last transaction can be reverted, provided this is done by the person who posted it before the end of the business day. After that day, it can no longer be reverted, but you can always post an adjustment to remove or adjust it. All transaction reversals are recorded in the audit trail as a protection against fraud. We will click once to select the ledger we want to work with, and you will see that the transactions are displayed in the lower part of the window. At the top of the Transactions section, you will see Ledger Totals and Ledger Amounts Due. The Ledger Totals section displays the total fees the party is responsible for, the total amount that has been charged to the ledger, the total payments made, the balance on any current charges, and the total fee remaining to be paid. The Ledger Amounts Due section shows you current and past due charges. To add a new charge, click once on the Charge button at the bottom of the screen. This will display a small post-charge window. Select the charge description such as late payment or materials. This list is customizable in the Reference Data section of the System Preferences. Click the small Item Name magnifying glass to display a list of chargeable items. Click once to select the item and then click the Choose button. Add a note if you wish, and then click the Post button to post the charge to the ledger. Now you will see that we have added a $50 charge, which is displayed in the transaction list, and the ledger has been updated with the new charge. You can adjust charges by clicking once on the Charge button and selecting Adjustment Contract or Adjustment Miscellaneous from the drop-down menu. If the line item description reads Contract, you will make a contract adjustment. Otherwise, it will be a miscellaneous adjustment. Contract adjustments do not affect the fee, and miscellaneous adjustments do affect the fee. This is easy to remember because contract installment charges do not add to the fee, but all other charges do add to the fee total. The charge adjustments follow this same rule. Click once to select the item, click Choose, and enter the adjustment amount as well as any necessary notes, and then click Post. Click the Fee button to add a contract fee or to adjust a fee to include a discount or to correct a posting error. Since fees are generally posted when you create a contract, you won't use this option very often. To enter a payment, click the Payment button to display a payment window. Choose the payment method from the description drop-down list. Just like charges, the payment method list is customizable in the reference data section of your preferences. The Paid By field is automatically populated with the name from the ledger, but you can edit that on screen if needed. Enter the amount paid and the reference number. We're accepting this payment by check, so we'll enter the check number in this field. Add any required notes and then click the Post button. You can always edit the line item notes after the fact, whereas the description, amounts, and dates cannot be edited. Only notes can be edited once a payment, charge, or fee is posted to the ledger. The Payment button is also used to adjust for posting errors, refunds, and write-offs. If your practice is set up with Vanco payment processing system, you can process credit card payments by clicking the Process Card Payment button. You can print or email a receipt for payment by clicking once on the payment entry to select it, and then use the Print Receipt or Email Receipt buttons. To see any notes associated with a ledger entry, click once to select the entry and then click the Notes button. If you have any further questions about ledgers, please call or email our support office. We are always happy to help.